If you're watching this on YouTube, this is my TikTok live that we do every Monday and Friday. So feel free to skip forward a couple minutes. I'm going to wait to let everybody get on, but make sure you like, share, subscribe, all the things just to, helps the channel. We're going to see exactly what the weekend is bringing us. Good morning, everyone. Come on in. Happy Friday. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in. Thank you for all the love already. You made it another week. If you don't recognize the background, that's because I moved to a new home. So it looks different. Right? New house, who dis? That's so funny. You see the boxes right there still. I still have boxes and stuff. Oh, we have stuff everywhere. But slowly but surely, we're getting it into a home. It's been a whole process. But so far, it's a lot more peaceful here. I like it. So, yeah. Good morning, Miss Monty. So, welcome everybody. It's Friday. We made it. So, what we're going to do right quick is we're going to cleanse out the heart chakra. We're going to get all of that heaviness, that anxiety, all of that out. And then we're going to be prepared for the weekend. Okay, what we're going to do in this session is we're going to look at each day this weekend and see what the energy is, what the universe is bringing us, as well as the new moon. Okay, so we have the new moon in Gemini. I believe it's tomorrow. So Gemini is all about communication, looking at both sides. What is it that you want to bring in? How can you communicate that? Okay, so let's get the bowl and let's do our heart chakra cleansing, and then we're going to get into tarot, okay? I've got a lot of my cards packed up still, but I pulled a bunch of them out, so we'll feel around and see what we can do. Here we go. All you need to do is relax and breathe. Put your feet flat on the floor if you can. If you can't, that's okay, but just relax your shoulders, relax everything in your body, and this is going to go to your heart. And we just want to breathe deeply, and every time we breathe out, we want to breathe out the heaviness. Okay, here we go. Just relax. Breathe out all the heaviness and anxiety from the week. Just let it go. It's still going. Now let's all collectively take one deep breath in. Feel those lungs. Pick up all that heaviness. Just pick it all up in that breath and then blow it out quickly. Yeah, let's get rid of that. We don't need it. We don't want it. We don't need it. Okay, so let's get our fairy blessing for the weekend. Let's see what we need to know for the weekend. That way we can use this energy to our benefit. All right. And if you're new here, we do this every Monday and Friday, okay? That way you are aware of what's coming up. Ooh, a blessing of the wild within. Look at that. A blessing of the wild within. Let's see what that has to say, because I'm interested. We have never pulled that card. That's very interesting, especially with the new moon. Think about that. Think about the wild within. That wild goddess, that wild godlike energy. How can you use that and just be just that, let that fierceness out and bring in whatever it is that you're wanting to bring in with this new moon, right? Well, this is actually my bedroom, Jamie. I like this window here. My stepsister is here visiting still from India, so she's in the spare room. But I don't know if I want to use that as my office yet, because it only has one little window and the window faces the side of the house, and I'm not liking that. So y'all are in my bedroom right now. We're getting cozy together. So, okay, so let's look at the blessing of the wild within. It says the fairy gift of the untamed heart, okay? It says, within you is a wild place, a place that is pure and untouched by conditioning and should nots. And it is to this place the fairy blessing of the wild within comes and rests and takes root within you this day. This fairy blessing is a calling back to your wild self, to the self that has been shaped and pummeled by the forces of family and culture and manner and jobs and timetables, and by all the things in the human world that can cage us. And so the Fae offer you this shining blessing, which returns you for a moment to your own wild within, so you can remember what it felt like to be natural, to be unthinking and uncensored, to be innocent and dancing, to move when called to have that primal instinctual self take hold and fly with you. When this blessing comes, let that wild within flow flow all the way through you, and find places and spaces in your life to allow the wild within to have its moment. Dance without fear of judgment. Speak words falling like waterfall from your lips. Sing and use the voice the great gift of nature has offered you, and never feel awkward or strange or like you do not fit in. Instead, knowing that you are a deep part of all that is around you, and all that somehow by your very presence, you ignite a little of that wild within inside every soul you meet. May the blessings of the wild within offer you a return to the natural, most innate parts of you, and let them arise and dance and sing and be loving towards all. Let the untamed heart of your let the untamed heart of you warm all that is about you, and bring you back to that sense of deep belonging to the earth and to the stars. Blessings of the fairy gift of the wild within you. Isn't that awesome? That is so cool, because this is allowing you to follow your instincts, to be unapologetically you, and to influence other people around you, to let them know that they can be unapologetically themselves as well, right? Tapping back into that primal instinct of the masculine or the feminine, whichever you are, right? And just allowing yourself to just follow. Surrender to your divine self and follow. Thank you for the compliment. Let's see. What did I miss? The new moon circle last night was awesome. I'm so sorry I missed it, man. All this moving gave me an awful migraine, and I had to just take a moment. Chiron is trining Pallas or Pius today. Energy of healing by being bold. Okay, well, there we go. See? It's all aligning. I don't know what Pius or Pallas is. Interesting. Okay, so let's get into the tarot. Let's see what else we need to know, because I'm dying to know now. Let's find out. Thank you, Anne. I really appreciate your Reiki yesterday greatly. If y'all have not had a session with Anne right here, you need to. She is like the dark horse of energy healing. Like, you don't realize how powerful her sessions are. Every time if you don't know, I have an issue with my brainstem, and I found out that I have another muscular issue. And every time I say that I'm hurting or whatever, she starts sending me Reiki, and I'm telling you, it helps me tremendously. So if you haven't had a session with her, you need to do that, okay? Yeah, migraines are awful. Whoop. Oh, look at that. That just kind of flipped out for us. So look at this. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, so what does that indicate? You know, I've been researching more on the Seven of Swords as well. You know, most of the cards. I'm always studying tarot, right? Researching and everything, because the cards have a meaning, right? But we need to know how they fit into our life with that meaning. So the Seven of Swords in reverse indicates something is revealed. A truth is revealed. There's been something that you've been doing behind the scenes, not telling anybody. It doesn't have to be negative. It could be somebody else is doing something behind the scenes and a truth is revealed. It can also indicate that you're revealing your true self, okay? Taking the mask off, no longer in hiding. I pulled that same card this morning, except it was direct. Oh, well, we're turning it reverse. Interesting. So yeah, the Seven of Swords is all about revealing something, no longer doing something in hiding, no longer doing something on your own, just allowing something to be what it is, okay? So it could be deceit, or it could be just something that is a truth that needs to be seen, okay? So that's what we're talking about today, excuse me. Especially with swords. Swords are thoughts, ideas, and communication. Well, we have the new moon in Gemini tomorrow. So how can you reveal your truth? How can you let that wild within let you be that person that's like, you know what, this is me. I've been trying to do things alone. I've been scared to you know, put my real self out there. So I've been hiding and doing things in secret. But now I'm going to let that be revealed. Now I'm no longer going to apologize for who I am. Okay? You can also look at, you know, with this, we had the full moon, now we have the new moon, but it's before we get to the new moon tomorrow, you can see how in the past where you felt like you've been deceived, but take a look back at that. Okay? Learn from that. And then let's let it go before the new moon gets here. Okay? Let's see. I'm sorry. So sad about the truth, but he didn't say I felt it and been crying. He ignored me all night. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's look at the energy for tomorrow. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. So the Five of Swords, when it's in reverse, can indicate there's some sort of conflict. Let's choose our battles. Okay? We have a lot with communication this weekend. Okay, so let's choose our battles. Is it worth it? What do we need to do? Somebody commented on one of my videos, and I'm going to respond to them, and it really hurt my heart because she said that her husband talks down to her until she feels small, and she asks what to do. And I'm like, man, that breaks my heart, because when somebody's doing that to you, you can't change them. What you have to do is you have to figure out what you're going to do for yourself. Does that make sense? Let me know. So if you're in a toxic situation where somebody's being abusive, then it's not like, how can I change them? How can I take care of me? What do I need to do for me? Okay? Because it's all about you. So the Five of Swords, so if there's a situation that you're dealing with where it feels like you're in a lose-lose situation, how can you take care of you? If somebody tries to pick an issue with you, how can you stand in your power, set healthy boundaries, and not have an argument or a battle? Because when you have an argument, nobody wins, right? But if you stand your ground and you set your boundaries and you say, this is what I'm willing to accept and not, and you work together, then you find resolution. But if somebody's not willing to work with you, then what are you going to do? You got to take care of you. You got to do what's right for you, okay? So let's look at Sunday. We have the Five of Pentacles, okay? So the Five of Pentacles is feeling lack. It's asking for help. And feeling, you know, there's a lot. I feel like this is going to be more retrospective this weekend, especially with this new moon, about how can I communicate? Let me look at both sides of the coin of what I'm doing right now. How can I bring in something? How can I ask the universe for help and then receive that help? Okay? You pulled this one too, except it was reversed. Wow. Well, it looks like we're on track. Oh. Yeah. I want to sit with this for just a second, see what else pops up to me. Because, the Five of Pentacles, like I said, asking for help. There's no shame in asking for help for something, whatever it is that you feel like you're struggling with. And if you're feeling that lack energy, what is it that you are lacking? Okay, how can you make adjustments in your life in order to bring your own fulfillment in? Okay, let's see. Yeah, the Four of Wands is in reverse here. Okay, there might be issues within the home this weekend. Okay, think of Four of Wands as like four legs on a table. It's unstable right now because it's in reverse. So is there something going on within the home? It could be in the workspace. Think of the space that you are in. What's going on in there? And how can you not participate in the drama? How can you stand your ground and be like, you know what? I don't want to argue about this. We can have a conversation where we productively come to a solution, but if you're just looking to fight with me, then I'm not interested. Like, seriously, that's all you have to say. Like, I'm not interested in fighting with you. There are people that want to do things just to get your reaction, okay? That's toxic people acting like children, right? They're poking you just to get a reaction. And we're not doing that anymore. We're not participating in bullshit drama because we don't have to. That's about you standing in your power. But like, if you want to come to a solution, then I'm all ears and I'm happy to listen. I'm happy to communicate. But if you just want to fight, then no. That's all you do. And it's going to trigger them. They're going to throw a temper tantrum, but you don't have to participate with that. And that, oh, we had the doors open for moving, and so we have little flies in here that I'm going to have to figure out how to get rid of. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you. Yes, I do like this space because it's nice and bright. It feels better in here. It feels good in here. You been that way all... Okay. Ooh. Speaking of home. 4th house, home. Burn citronella, okay. 4th place, home, which we were just talking about here. So what's going on in the home that needs to be addressed this weekend, okay? But we want to address it in a calm manner. We don't want to come, swords up, all of that. Because like I said, when there's conflict, nobody really wins because everybody's trying to win. Everybody's trying to but or step on the other. But if you sit back and be like, you know what? Let's come to a solution. Let's listen to one another. Let's talk about this. Set healthy boundaries. Figure out what the other person needs, what you need, and then you come together. But if they are unwilling to do so, then there's nothing you can do. And like I said, you always need to do what's best for you in those situations. And sometimes you got to just excuse yourself. Be like, you know what? This is not working for me anymore. So I'm going to have to exit stage left. Okay. Let's see what else. I want to pull from the Kipper deck. Like I said, I've had all these cards packed up, so I got to get them all out of the boxes now. Thank you all for the love and the follows. I appreciate it. And feel free to ask questions about the reading or spirituality or anything like that. Again, this is a collective reading, but I'm happy to answer questions about whatever you need. Yeah, I love the Kipper deck too. Let's see what we need to know for this weekend. Community, look at that. See, we're going to be looking at the people around us this weekend, okay? Who loves to argue just for the sake of arguing? Who always feels like they have to be right, okay? And it could be you. If it's you, then we got to change that, right? Like I said, there's no shame in asking for help. But if we reveal our true selves here, right? If we go with that wild within, it is going to trigger some people. And when people get triggered by your vibration, by your new vibration, they will attempt to argue with you. They will attempt to battle with you. They will, because they don't understand what they're feeling. And so they're going to start picking. They're going to just be agitated. And so we don't want to participate in any of those little battles and any of those little just poking the bear, right? So if you do participate in that, it's a lose-lose situation. And then here on Sunday, we have the Five of Pentacles, which is feeling lack, feeling like, well, that sucked. Okay. But also the Five of Pentacles is like praying and asking for help. So if you need help around the house, then you can ask for help around the house. If you need help from the universe, ask for help from the universe, because things will get better. It's just, there's something going on in the home or like the people just closest to you this weekend. And so don't let anything poke you. I mean, unless you want it to. Okay, let's see. I do, but he was my father figure and he's lashing out about my sister. Oh, interesting. There's ways to have calm conversations. How do you deal with your partner not believing in what you believe? We argue about spirituality. He's more religious. That is a very tough situation to be in, okay? Because, you know, a lot of my family is religious. My last relationship, he came from a very religious family, and it was a big struggle. Like, they hated me because I'm spiritual, I'm not religious. It's just either you have to agree to respect each other's beliefs and find common ground, or you can just assume that this is not going to work out. Because if you're constantly battling over religion or spirituality and you can't find a common ground and respect one another's beliefs and learn from one another, then it's never going to work. But if you can come together and just really respect that, you know, like find that common agreement, and then it'll balance out, because you want to support one another. And as long as you're not telling him what he should believe and he's not telling you what you should believe, then you'll be able to do that. But that's extremely rare. So I hope that y'all can work that out. Let's see. Whoops. Hang on. I'm trying to keep up. It just skipped. Let's see. I live by myself. Okay, you live by yourself and with your dog. How should you interpret this? Okay. It doesn't have to be. Do you work from home, Paige? I don't remember. It could be an issue with a neighbor. It could be an issue if you have a landlord. It could be an issue with anybody just surrounding you. Okay. So it doesn't have to be somebody like directly in your home. It could be that there is an issue with like the AC this weekend. And you might have to pay to get it repaired. Something like that. Father's Day weekend. Oh, I totally forgot it was Father's Day weekend. It sure is. Y'all have been so busy. I've been moving forever, it feels like. I did forget it was Father's Day weekend. And tomorrow is my oldest son's 22nd birthday. So that's going to be fun. My husband and I were the same. We came to an agreement to respect each other's beliefs. Good, Taylor, good. I'm trying to keep up with your comments because it's skipping. Yes, you need to have that conversation and see where it goes. Yeah, absolutely. You got to find that common ground and that mutual respect. That's what love is. Love isn't trying to control the other person. Love is respecting and supporting who they are, not who you want them to be. That's awesome, Taylor. It's so nice that like he can go to church and you can go do your meditation and stuff like that. Like that's rare. So good for y'all. Melinda, it's okay if you get triggered. It's, you know, it's hard being a spiritual person and being with somebody who's religious because there's vast differences. But yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from on that. Yeah, working from home, it could be a coworker conflict, or it could be just something little that comes into, you know, whoever that surrounds you the most. It could be, like I said, if you're in an apartment, it could be a neighbor, it could be a landlord, anything like that. So let's get some more oracle and see what else we need to know. Look at that. Ancient oak spirit, strength. Remember how I was saying when we don't participate in battles, when we don't participate in drama, when we set those firm boundaries, whenever we stand in our power, you have this strength that you can call upon. Okay. This always reminds me of the tree of life, right? That we all have access to. So if you need strength, you can go within and you can embody that strength. If you feel like you don't have what it takes to do something, you can borrow that energy from the universe. Be like, you know what? I need to think about somebody that's really strong. Who do I admire? And it could be somebody fictional, doesn't matter. But you go and you sit and you embody that energy, bring it into your body. And you're like, okay, right now I'm going to portray somebody that is strong, somebody that is sovereign, somebody that can set boundaries. And you can do that, okay? And so we have the ancient oak spirit of strength. Like you have all of your guides, your ancestors, the universe just surrounding you to help you. And they want to help you, but you have to ask them in and you have to do the work, right? To pull in that energy, to let it in. Let's see. If you missed what I was talking about, I'll post this on YouTube. I couldn't get into an argument with my dog. I mean, look. Oh, let's see. I'm definitely having issues with my neighbors and landlord, praying for a successful move this weekend. Oh, I hope so, Melissa. I hope so. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up. I've asked, but how do I get them to show me what career path to take? So you can do that yourself, because this is when we have to go within and we have to explore. We have to do some of the work, okay? Because they are there to help us, but they can't do all of our life for us, right? Because then we wouldn't learn anything. So what you do is you sit in meditation and you visualize what your perfect day looks like. Just let your mind go and you visualize, what does my perfect day look like? Start to finish, okay? And just let your mind go and see what comes in. You'll surprise yourself, okay? Because this is how I manifested my business, like completely blowing up, because I was like, let me see what my perfect day looks like. And I envision that. And you always, if you're wanting to step into a new timeline, you always want to envision that you're stepping through a door, some sort of door frame where you're going through something into a new space, okay? So if you figure out, okay, this is what my perfect day looks like, I'm going to step into this new timeline and I'm going to follow it throughout the entire day in my mind, right? I'm visualizing this. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to have my coffee. I'm going to do my meditation. I'm going to do this and this and that. And you just start to play with that and see what comes up for you. And also you can make a list of what you enjoy doing, what you feel comes naturally to you, what people come to you for. Okay. There's so many different ways that you can look into possible careers, but you want to explore who you are and what makes you happy, what brings you peace, and what people come to you for. And that's your zone of genius. Okay. And you can expand on that. Let's see. How can I thank my spirit guides for the blessings they gave me? You literally just say, thank you. Thank you. And you feel it. You embody that energy of thank you. You let it, radiate from you. I do this with the 1111 numbers. I walk through I like that, to a new world. I like that. That's cool. All right, let's get some more oracle. Let's see. Let's do Queen of the Moon oracle. You're welcome. Read my shirt. It says, high vibing, crystal loving, sunshine seeking, chakra balancing, moonbeam dancing, lover of light. It's hard to read it upside down. I don't remember where I got this, but I love this shirt. Let's see what else we need to know. What did I just say? What did I just say? Look, beginnings. So let's talk about this, okay? Let's talk about this in a different aspect. I want to look at this differently too, okay? Because like with this being a collective reading, we want to look at all facets, okay? So let's take this beginning. Yeah, the new moon beginning. I told you you're walking into a new timeline. Literally just describe this. Okay, so let's look at it. And we have the blessing of the wild within. So like I was saying about the whole job situation, you can use the visualization for anything. It could be relationships, it could be job, it could just be life in general. Whatever you want to visualize, you guys, just visualize it. What makes you happy? Okay, you're not like sitting on your ass doing nothing, because you're not meant to be doing that. You would get bored. Okay, so what makes you happy? What comes naturally to you? It doesn't have to be something grand. It doesn't mean it has to be something small. Whatever it is, that's what you chose to come into this life with, because that's what helps you and other people. Okay, so let's look at this. So we have the new beginnings. We have the new moon coming this weekend, right? We have the 7 of Swords in reverse. I told you it's about revealing the truth, taking the mask off and revealing the culprit. The culprit could be you, somebody that's been living a lie. Okay. So here on Saturday, we have the 5 of Swords in reverse. I'm no longer going to battle with this. I'm going to control my mind, and I'm not going to fight myself with this. And then Sunday, you can look at the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, I got goosebumps. And ask the universe to help you with this. Okay. But first, you've got to know what it is that you want. Then you ask for help. Make sense? Okay. And we have the Ancient Oak Spirit, strength. You have the power. You just pull that power in to help you, okay? Community, who around you is living that life, or who's supporting you, who is progressing in their life, who can you bring closer, and who needs to, go a little bit of distance away, right? And we have the 4th house, home, okay? So home can also represent, I know it's different in astrology, but home can also represent your security. All right. Where do you feel safe? How can you build this solid foundation of your life to where you feel safe and secure? What's your sanctuary? Okay. And that's why we have beginnings. Yeah, they always have a storyline. I love it. And this is why I'm so passionate about, people learning how to read tarot instead of just learning what the individual cards mean and then just that's it. You have to be able to put them all together to create a storyline because, it's much bigger than we realize. And so we have to build that story. And I love that. Look, this card is number 2, and that's perfect for Gemini. And the 4th house card is number 42. So I told you 4 legs on a table, and then we have 2. Duality, balance, decisions. And the blessing of the wild within is number 24. Yes, absolutely. Even if it's a collective, you can absolutely take something away from this. Divine gateway. Didn't we get this on Monday? Or am I thinking about a different reading? Divine gateway. And look, there's that gateway. Okay. And interesting enough, we have 2 5s and a 7. Okay. So that brings us to 17 when you add them together. So 17 would be 1, initiation, the self. Okay. New beginnings. And the 7 is a highly spiritual number, okay? Then we combine those to 8, right? You always bring it down to 1 digit in numerology if it's not a master number. So we bring that down to 8. What is 8? Abundance. Self-attainment. Okay? So there's so much here that we can take from. The ancient oak spirit is 2 as well. This one is 39. Okay, this is your community. 3 is the people around you. 9 is completion, but it's also, like I said, wisdom. It's high attainment. It's the higher vibration of the 3. And then we go 9, 10, 11, 12. And that creates 1, initiation, the self, new beginnings. And guess what? 2. Then we bring it down to a 3. 3 is communication. It's the Holy Trinity. It's manifestation. It's all kinds of things. See, you guys, they all go together. Gosh, what's suctioned on? I haven't used this deck in a while, so let's use it. It's so big. Let's see, what do we need to know? We have Orca Whale Adventure. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. The stone of the necklace is citrine. So look at that. So this is all about allowing yourself to go on this adventure. And I see a lot of blue here. Blue is the throat chakra, right? Speaking your truth, communicating what it is that you want. Okay. Blue is also a healing color. Let's do one more. We'll do the angels and ancestors. This is exciting. Like I said, there could be some issues with conflict this weekend, but like I said, it could be you or it could be somebody around you, but you can handle it. You can do this, okay? You're entering into this new timeline. And for you, your brain's going to fight it, right? And then the people around you that are no longer resonating with you are going to try to like poke the bear. But we don't participate in that, okay? We understand that they are where they are, and that's okay. Yeah, it is a powerful reading. I love it. Especially, you know, it's our first live together in this new space, and I'm liking it. Look at that. We have, remember how I was talking about the 9? It's the Hermit. Retreat and recharge. Remember how I was telling you to visualize what it is that you want? This is how you do it. The Hermit goes within and finds their light. Okay? The Hermit learns from the past and recharges and figures out who they are now and where they want to go now with this new information that they've gained from what they've experienced recently. Okay? And you can also see the Hermit as a teacher. So if you need to know something, you go within and you find the answers there, but the only thing is you have to be able to trust them. Are you going to let yourself trust it? Okay? So let's look at the money deck right quick. You know what's funny? I was trying to find all my decks in my box because I have my tarot decks and my books in this massive, heavy box. And I was looking for all my decks and everything. Wanted to make sure I had the fairy blessing deck and everything. And I was like, oh, I got to find my money deck. And I was looking and I looked down and it was in my hand. This doesn't have a box. And so I put it in a bag, you know, the little drawstring bags for tarot decks, literally was in my hand. and that's when you say, thank you. All right, let's see. What do we need to know about money this weekend? We have science. There's 3 ways to resonate. It says, there is something unfolding for you. Work with an open mind. See? Number 2, consider careers in science or any job that unravels the mysteries of the universe. That's cool. And number 3, apply a scientific approach to your business or financial problem. Like I said, you go within to find answers. You ask for help. Okay? But first you have to know what it is that you want help with. And then you ask for help. And then you let it go. And you let the universe help you. And it's hard to let it go because your mind, again, your mind's going to fight you and you're going to want to check in. You're going to want to start to like force things to happen. But if you let go and surrender and you just follow your internal guidance system, it'll all unfold just perfectly for you. Okay? Claim number 1. Yep. Absolutely. So I hope you have a wonderful and a powerful weekend. This is pretty awesome. Like I said, there's a lot going on, but step into this new timeline and claim that, you know what? We're doing this now. This is a new beginning, okay? And it's funny how I was telling Maudie this morning that everything that's going on in my life is aligning with the astrology because we have the new moon coming up tomorrow. And today is our first like whole day in this house. And so we're having these new beginnings, and then other things with business are lining up with astrology. So whenever you surrender to the universe and you let it guide you, you'll start to see things aligning with the astrology. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I will tell him. But you all have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you back here Monday morning, 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We will get the energy of the week. We'll talk and connect some more, and we're just going to grow together, okay? If you missed the beginning, don't worry. I post this on YouTube so you can go back and watch it, okay? All right. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Mwah. Love y'all.